It is probably around 7 o'clock in the morning. I've already taken Peach out. It's a very calm, quiet morning today. Last week, as you saw from the intro, we saw a wolf on the shoreline. A couple of days before I saw the wolf, I found a really nice, big, solid wolf scat right in front of the main house. So yeah, I knew he was around. I was actually quite surprised that Peach and I saw him again. I mean, he'd obviously just been to the property 2 days prior. I didn't see him right away when we went out to the dock. He was very likely just at the tip there of the shoreline, and just at the tip on the water. But as we were coming back, I saw him. I don't think he smelled us right away, so the wind was behind us. So he would have smelled us before Peach smelled him. But we stopped, and I just watched him for a little bit, and I noticed that he smelled us, so he knew we were there, and he looked up at us. And Peach finally saw him, and she started getting a little bit grumbly. So when Peach sees animals out in the wild, she's actually quite calm. She doesn't bark or get really vicious at first. It's just when we're in our cabin, because that's her territory, that's her home. She does not like it when animals, like even when there are visiting dogs and they come around onto the deck, she goes crazy, because that's her territory, that's her home, and that's where she gets very, very vocal. But when we see bears, when we're outside and we see bears or we see deer or whatever, she's actually quite calm. She just stops and goes very still and stares at them. But she started getting a little vocal with this wolf, and like I was pretty sure it had already seen us, but I didn't really know, if it really registered that, Peach was a dog. So we stood there. He was quite far away too, so we just stood there and watched him for a bit. And then he started walking towards us. So that's when I got out my bear banger and shot that off into the air. But as soon as I shot it off, he started running at us. And I thought, what? Why is he running at us? So I didn't even stop to see. I just grabbed Peach and we ran back to the cabin. Normally, you never, ever, ever run from a wolf, but he was so far away, and by the time we got off the dock, we were no longer visible to him, so he didn't know we were running. So anyways, we just ran back to the cabin. I left my camera out. I left it filming because I wanted to see what he would do if he would come up to the dock. But as it turns out, he ran forward a little bit and then turned and stopped and just went back along the shoreline. So he actually didn't come onto the property that day. So I'm not a big fan of blowing that bear banger, really, because I'm living in wolf territory. I'm living in bear territory. So I don't shoot it off very often. But in this case, that wolf was just getting a little too comfortable being on this property, and I mean, there are going to be kids here all summer, and plus other dogs, and Peach is here. So I just decided to shoot it off, just to deter him from coming onto the property itself. Because, yeah, because I think that's his regular trail. He comes along the shoreline and then up through the forest and onto the property. So, anyways, that's why I decided to shoot the bear banger off. But it seemed to work. He didn't come onto the property. Probably about 5 days ago, I also found a pretty massive bear poo on the road up to the house as well. So I didn't see the bear itself, and I'm pretty confident it's black bear. I didn't see the bear itself, but yeah, so at least I know they're around. But other than that, Peach and I had a very nice, very quiet week. Today, I'm gonna finish up stacking that wood. So there is still probably about 2 loads over by the wood splitter. So I want to get that moved. There's a bunch of little things I have to get done. Peach? Are you okay? What are you barking at? Bud? Hey! I can still see you. Stop eating wood. You know, Aisha, stop eating stuff. Okay, I gotta tie you up, bud. Here. Wait, stop. Come on. There you go. You're tied up. Can't go anywhere.